Hi there, my name is Caroline Pfeiffer, and the organization I will be analyzing is Netflix. And the reason I chose Netflix is because I have a Netflix account and I was interested in learning a little bit more about it. So, in this presentation, I'm going to talk about Netflix as a service itself, the organization and management aspects, at least a few of them, some of the global management aspects, and the mission and vision statements, as well as the culture. More of the employee culture, which is what I was researching more of. So, Netflix. I'm sure a lot of people have Netflix. Now, Netflix was founded in 1997 by Mark Rudolph and Reed Hastings. Originally, they were from Scotts Valley, California, and they were the first movie rental service. Customers were mailed DVDs from the company's website, which launched in 1998. Netflix has evolved into today's technology and now streams movies and shows as well as documentaries. There's a subscription cost, and it's between $8.99 and $15.99 per month. And with this, you can actually stream all listed movies and shows with access to an expansive variety of movies, television series, and documentaries in many, many different genres. And I skipped down a little bit. Netflix actually has its own originals now, Netflix originals. So that's a little bit more about Netflix itself. And their headquarters is in Los Gatos, California, which I have a picture right here. Now, the next thing is organization and management. I'm just going to talk about a couple of those things. Now, Netflix has many different leadership roles, and I have a couple of them down here, just kind of from its own website. And they have many different leadership roles, and they feature a different person in charge of each department. Netflix seems to be organized by function since they have so many different departments and specific people leading those departments. And like I said, this is just a couple of things. So this is the founder, and we have a chief marketing officer. There's a lot of different people if you actually look on their website too. So next slide is actually about global management. Now, I didn't put it in here, but Netflix is available in 100 and technical difficulty. Like I was saying before, Netflix is available in 190 countries around the whole world, and from 2010 to 2018, it has expanded into, this is just a couple of them, Canada, most of Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and many others, as I've stated before. There's actually a couple reasons why Netflix chose to expand, and that was probably to reach new markets, access financial capital for licensing and franchising opportunities, as well as joint ventures. Okay, so next slide is their mission and vision statements. Mission statement is to entertain the world, while the vision statement is to continue being one of the leading firms of the internet entertaining era. And this actually shows that Netflix's goal is to provide entertainment era while still being in a top leadership role throughout the world. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, the last part I'm going to talk about, which I thought was pretty interesting, was the culture. Now, Netflix describes its employee culture as amazing and unusual, and all of this is actually from Netflix's jobs website. So Netflix has an entire section of its website dedicated just to careers with and about the organization, and the core philosophy is people over process. And they call their employees their dream team. So through my research, I learned 5 main attributes that make the employee culture of Netflix so unique. They encourage independent decision making by employees. They share information openly, broadly, and deliberately. They're extraordinarily candid with each other, keep only their highly effective people, and they avoid rules. Now, Netflix thrives on feedback from all levels of employment. So they want people to tell them how they feel. That's how they make things better and find out what people like. And Netflix has many values that they want their team to have, such as integrity, respect, collaboration, excellence, inclusion, and there are a couple other ones, but those were the main ones that they focused on. And they want their employees to live by them and not just preach about it. The Dream Team are allowed freedom and responsibility to openly disagree on issues or ideas, and flexibility and collaboration opportunities. As long as everything is handled with respect, the Dream Team employees can exercise views to improve Netflix as an entire company, not just for personal gain or glory. Now, Netflix acknowledges that it is very competitive to remain on the Dream Team. Anyone who does not fit the atmosphere or cannot keep up with the creative demand is offered a severance package, which is normally about 4 months, so the place can be filled by an employee who demonstrates more of these qualities that Netflix values overall. And after this research I did, on the culture, I feel that Netflix has a mix of clan and adocracy culture. And since they're very flexible, employee-oriented, and they like for employees to communicate about all issues and ideas and collaborate with one another, clan culture is relevant because of this. However, Netflix also shows several attributes of adocracy culture. They encourage innovation, and the environment can be very competitive. So the turnover rate for Netflix seems somewhat moderate because of the organization's high standards of employee values. And this is their whole thing. Their freedom and responsibility was one of their main points that they advertised. And this is my works cited page. And there we go. That's Netflix, and that's a little more about it. I hope I was able to teach you something interesting. I know I learned something good.